In each episode of this series, I will offer an applicant a blind choice of either a pleasant experience, a treat, or a darker trick. They won't know which one they've chosen, and they may not know how or when it will happen to them. All the applicants responded to advertisements. These are the 6 people that I've selected. They just don't know it yet. Welcome to Trick or Treat. Tonight's applicant is Stephen. He is something of a conformist who lives an ordered life and, like most of us, is used to doing what is told. Using coercion and suggestion, we're going to look at the fine line between sanity and insanity and let Stephen step for a brief while over that line. And his journey to madness starts in this black cab. After having dinner in North London, Stephen has called this taxi to take him to a nearby underground station.
Whereabouts are you going to, mate?
However, the driver is an actor who has been briefed to ignore Stephen and drive 10 miles in the opposite direction towards this alleyway. There he'll find more actors who have been briefed to unnerve him and test his reaction to people outside of his normal and safe world.
Hello? Excuse me, where are you going?
All of the windows are sealed shut and the doors are locked.
Oh. Can you stop the car, please? If you don't talk to me, I'm going to call the police.
Although we have complete control of the taxi, we didn't count on him calling the police.
Please, please. Hi, I'm stuck in a taxi and this guy, I don't know where he's taking me, but I've been knocking on the glass door and he won't talk to me. And he's supposed to have dropped me off at a tube station and we're not going to any tube station, we passed loads. Steve. Oh, there's a thing on the window where the driver is, and it says it's the number of this cab, so it looks like the number's been removed. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. No, I don't know where I am. This is really, really not good. He's taking me somewhere, isn't he? This is an emergency. Oh God. Take me down a dark alley. Fucking hell, where are we going? Where the fucking hell is it taking me? I don't know. What the hell is going on? Oh my God. Fucking hell. What is... There's loads of nutcases outside. Fuck. There's loads of weirdos outside. Shit. What's going on? Oh my God, I know what's going on. It's Derren Brown. Oh. Hello. I'm on the phone to the police at the moment.
Do you want to hang up?
They want to speak to someone. Hello? Yeah, I'm of course. No, it's very embarrassing and I'm sorry. Take care, cheers.
She volunteered to be on the show.
Yes.
A little while ago. And we'd love to use you.
Okay.
Alright, let me explain to you how the show works.
Right.
You get to make a choice of one of these 2 cards. Alright? One of them says trick, and one of them says treat.
Right, okay.
Now, if you pick the card that says treat, then what happens to you will be something nice. And if you pick the one that says trick, then it won't be.
Okay.
Okay? Do you want to play?
Yep, go for it.
Okay, great.
I think that might be the police again.
Do you want to cut them off?
Shall I?
Yeah. Okay. Here's your contract you need to sign. This just allows us to do anything we like with it. What's your name at the bottom?
Right.
Oh. Thank you very much. One man's sanity is another man's insanity. One man's treat is another man's trick. So you're going to choose one of these 2 cards. Just choose one by putting your finger on one or the other. That one there. Stephen's taxi ride is just the start of a longer and stranger journey that will reveal what could so easily exist in all of us.
Thanks very much.
Speak to you soon.
Okay, thanks.
More of Stephen's story later. The idea of vibrational energy systems existing within our bodies that can be triggered by a variety of crystals is a mainstay of New Age thinking.
Do you believe in, or what are your thoughts on crystal energy, crystal healing power, that kind of thing? What are your kind of thoughts on that?
I'm kind of open on it. It wouldn't be my natural
No.
inclination.
But you clearly are sort of, in your heart, quite sceptical about it as a...
It would never have been my port of call, no.
I sort of don't believe in it, or certainly don't believe in a lot of it. But I think, like a lot of these things, there are little nuggets of truth in it that have sort of got blown out of proportion and exaggerated. And with crystals and so on, what it's based on is the scientific fact, if you like, that we are all molecular beings. We're all made of molecules which vibrate. Crystals also vibrate, and they vibrate at different and discrete frequencies, and sometimes those frequencies will work in harmony with or against other things that are vibrating, like us, for example. And you get people that can't wear quartz watches, and it's because their own vibration, if you like, is sort of overwhelming this tiny bit of quartz, which is too close to their own vibration, or working against it somehow, and their watch consistently stops. But what's interesting about it is that you can use it the other way. If you take a larger piece of quartz, you can use it to override or interfere with the person's own kind of energy flow, if you want to use that word. So look, I'll show you this because it's really interesting. Take your two fingers, like that, as if you just lift up the mug. Perfect. And put it back down again. So it's relatively comfortable. It's not the odd angle, maybe.
Yeah,
fairly
that was all right.
All right. Okay, good. So I want you to do the same thing, but I'm going to put one of these on the back of your hand. So you might need to just sort of try and get the back of your hand flat. That's it. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So just keep that on the table for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the other aspect, what I think makes these things work, especially when you start getting into the healing end, is people's expectation that certain things are going to happen, and you kind of create that yourself.
Yeah.
So that psychological aspect of it is important. I want you to look at the quartz, and you listen to me, and just imagine that hand becoming weaker and weaker. And as you do that, as you keep focusing on the quartz, genuinely try and lift the mug, while at the same time you focus on that kind of energy sapping out of your hand. Really try, just with those two fingers. Go on, just try. Really heavy, but keep... What's happening as you're trying?
Ridiculous, man. That's fucking... Okay. Yeah.
And heavy?
I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it.
Really heavy?
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
So what was, just as you were doing that, what did that feel like?
It felt really heavy. It felt
Okay.
stupidly heavy, yeah.
And you're genuinely trying? You're not just
I
helping
was
it?
trying.
Lift
No,
it?
no, I don't want to help you at all.
No.
No.
So you're genuinely trying?
I was exerting the same amount of pressure.
Try this, it works in ways. Stand up, stand up. I'll stick with the same stone. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this in the other hand. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm left-handed.
That's what I thought. Okay, so hold that there.
Hold it?
Right.
Okay.
So with your other hand,
Yeah.
you're going to hold on to just the end of the pencil there. All right.
Okay.
Now don't lift it yet. Just
Okay,
hold it there
just
like
hold
that.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay, now try not to move.
Okay.
Okay, so what you get is a warmth coming from this, first of all, that will move along here and along this hand to the pencil. So it'll take a moment. And you have to kind of imagine it a little bit, but it's just sort of, again, it's just that sort of weakness. Just gently, just try and lift the pencil straight up. Nothing? Try again?
Stupid.
Nothing?
No.
You genuinely trying?
Yeah, well, I'm lifting a pencil.
Try again?
How hard can it be?
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Excellent. Let go of that.
I'm sweating.
You are, no, you are. You absolutely...
Is that sexual energy?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Brilliant.
Quite complicated. Work
That's
many
mental.
different layers
That's
going on at the same
mental.
time. There is a form of crystal that we carry around with us all the time that we don't really think of as crystals, but it works on crystalline energy. And what have you got? It's a mobile phone. Have you got one on you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we've got your number, so can you put that... Oh, it's one of those fancy... Can you put it to settings for me?
I've got a message.
It's from me. Are you sweating?
That's... Oh, no, there we go, yeah.
Oh, right, great. Has it got Bluetooth on it? These Bluetooth?
No, I don't think so.
No, OK.
I haven't.
Can't show you this, because I'm not supposed to know about this myself, so I don't want you knowing. OK. Right. OK. Take your crisps and sandwich and just hold them like that.
OK.
OK? I'm going to hold this on the back of your neck. In a moment, I'm going to get somebody to call you, all right? What you'll feel is you should get like a prickling feeling in the back of your neck, all right?
Okay.
It is safe, it's only going to be for like a minute or so, all right? When I tell you to, you're going to try and lift the plate up. Can we call, please? Thank you. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. Focus on the plate. Focus on it, try and lift.
Fuck off.
Try and lift it. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, all right? Just keep focusing. I'll take this, just keep focusing. Keep trying to lift it. Right up, tug, hard as you can. Keep going. Excellent, thank you for that. You'll get a few sort of malignant headaches the next couple of days,
cool.
and then it'll go away. Thank you ever so
Thank you very much.
Everything I told you about crystals and mobile phones was
Yeah.
rubbish, all right? But I
Right.
did need you to believe that while we were doing it.
Yeah,
so,
of course, I'm happy to believe that.
Excellent,
yeah.
please do
Okay.
it. Thank you very much indeed.
All I can say is I was genuinely surprised that I thought, well, all right, I might be doing a bit of this, but I'm not fucking doing all of it, because that feels like lead now, you know. It's either true that I'm stopping it, or he's doing something mental, or we're both you know, I don't know.
Stephen received a phone call telling him to be at Trafalgar Square at midday. His ordeal in the taxi will have already placed him in a state of paranoia, so it should take only a few extra pushes from me to take him from a balanced lifestyle to temporary lunacy.
Take me down a dark alley. Fucking hell, where are we going?
There's an actor handing out maps to the passing public.
Map to madness?
Each one contains directions to a room where a machine that I've designed awaits. So far, no one has followed the map. I believe Stephen's personality will impel him to follow the directions that will lead him towards the room. The process requires him to be fully alert, so I've arranged for his journey to be unsettling.
Mate, can you spare some change, please?
No, sorry.
Please, I mean, for a week. Come on, man, please.
On the table, there are instructions that tell Stephen to sit in the chair and put on the headphones. This reprocessing technique is the final trigger in sending Stephen temporarily insane. They say that if you put an infinite number of monkeys and typewriters in a room, you would end up with something amazing, and of course a lot of monkey poo. In America, I wondered if I could get a bunch of bankers to come up with a numerical equivalent.
Thank you very much for coming out and doing this. Let me explain what we're going to do. There's a popular game we have in England, I don't know about you guys here, of guessing how many pieces of candy there are in a jar. Does that ring any bells to you guys? Or sweets, as we call it. But, excellent. Okay, well, this is what we're going to do. You will work in different areas of kind of accounting and maths-related, number-related work, which is kind of, these are the skills that I want to draw on for what we're going to do here. So, bearing that in mind, can we just nominate one of you who I'm just going to put to one side for the moment, and who's going to have a special job? Okay, let's get nicely pushed forward. Can we get a mic on you? Let me explain what your role is here. There's a board and sort of easel just over there. You're going to be writing down people's estimates. The reason why we're doing it like this is that if any of you see or hear what other people are choosing before you, it does tend to influence you, and it makes you sort of gear your own estimations towards what other people have said prior to you. So please do so quietly and don't come back and discuss your figures with anybody else. Amy, you also get to go first, all right? So you please come and have a look at the jar. Take a moment and have your guess. When you've got a number in your head, just let me know. Have you got something?
Yes.
Great. If you head over here for me then. This will be our writing area. You take the pen, put your own number at the top.
Okay.
You'll be person number 1.
Okay.
Great, fantastic. Let's go with the lady there in the middle. Great, and off you go. And somebody else step forward, thank you. Everybody done it? Okay, quite a wide range of numbers. It's a very deceptive thing. The correct number of sweets in the jar is 136. It is only 136, nowhere near as high as it looks, partly because there's something else in the jar, which I'm going to take out in a second. Anybody get close to that? Oh, somebody got 100. Who got 136? Was that you? Oh, congratulations. Just get a mic on you. What's your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, come forward for me. Thank you, Rebecca. Good. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank
Let's
you.
just come around here. There is a couple of other things going on here. First of all, I'm interested in the sort of the psychology of this and how people make their estimations and how they do this. And there's a certain sort of person that tends to do this better than other sorts of people. And also, I got a chance just to have a look at you guys earlier. Right? Just if you take the lid off. Sorry, do you want to just grab hold of that for me? Thank you. If you reach inside there, and just you need to reach in the sweets a bit and pull out. There's a sort of a scroll. Great. Can you open that up for us? Now you've got to read this out in your nicest, clearest voice. From the top.
There is a certain type of person who I think will estimate the correct number with the greatest accuracy. Firstly, it will be a woman, not a man. I also expect this to be someone who works in the field of brokerage. Her dress sense...
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Her dress sense will suggest a sharp mind, simple colors, and probably bright colored shoes. Jewelry will be silver and uncluttered, maybe a large ring. There will be at least one other accountant in the family, probably on her mother's side. From looking around the group, I think it will be the girl with the ponytail and the green army-style top.
Are those things right?
They're all correct.
Yes?
Yes.
Accountant, another accountant in the family?
Yes.
Mother's side? Or-
Yes, my mother.
You've got a cat as well?
Yes.
Yeah, thought so. I didn't want to write that in case that was wrong. Well, fantastic. And look, for the record, we didn't speak to you beforehand and ask you to
No,
tell you how many
absolutely
were in
not.
there or ask you to do any of that. And you haven't told us any of these things either.
No, I have not.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you very much
I'm
indeed.
quite impressed.
Well, I'm
Thank you
pleased to hear,
very much.
Rebecca. The rest of you don't feel despondent, even though some of your estimates were terrible. There's another side to this which interests me, which is for those of you that, well, actually, taking all of you as a group, aside from one person who got it spot on, which I wasn't imagining you'd get it dead on, but you did, which is sensational. Could you just bring the board back over? Let me get you a calculator. You're going to need this. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to take what you, as an overall group, would have done if you were one entity. If we saw you as one entity, what estimate you would have come up with. So we're going to take the mean of the numbers that you've got. So if you take the calculator there for me, you're going to add up all of those numbers and tell us the grand total. That sounds about right then. Okay, so the total is 2,856. And there are 21 people here, so do you want to divide that number by 21? So we'll end up with the mean of the group.
136.
136, which is what you got,
Yes.
which is the correct amount of sweets in the jar. Sensational. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It was unbelievable that he knew everything about her. Just like dead on, because I know her, and it's just right on. It's unreal. I'll feel very comfortable estimating anything now, since I know I might actually get it right.
135, 136.
Stephen's voyage into the unknown started when he was kidnapped in a taxi.
If you don't talk to me, I'm going to call the police.
Then there was an irrelevant choice with only one outcome. 2 weeks later, he received instructions to go to Trafalgar Square. A map and his curiosity have led him to this room in an old theatre. I've aimed to remove all his normal barriers to acceptable social behaviour. Its effect is only temporary and is perfectly safe, but it is nonetheless very powerful. Around the room, I've left some theatrical props for him to experiment with. The general public are about to experience Stephen's temporary lunacy.
And I shall sing.
Tonight's applicant is Ishani, a 21-year-old student who lives in London. We had her friend invite her to a restaurant in Notting Hill, and we filled the place with extras and hidden cameras.
Can I have the squash soup, please?
Squash soup?
Led by the spinach and ricotta.
Gotcha.
Hello, Ishani.
Hi.
Hello. So you've applied to be part of the show,
Yes.
and I'd like to say we'd love to use you.
Okay.
Okay. What happens to you depends largely upon your choice of one of these two cards. All right?
Okay.
Now, one of them says trick.
Okay.
All right?
and one of them says treat.
Okay.
All right? If you pick the treat card, then what happens to you will be something lovely, be something very nice. If you pick the trick card, it won't be. It'll be something that is unpleasant and could be quite dark. Right. Would you like to play?
Yes.
You would? Excellent. So, I need you to sign your contract, which kind of allows us to do anything we like with you.
Okay.
So we take that, have a little read through it, and if you can just sign your name at the bottom for me, that would be great. Just at the bottom would be lovely, thank you.
Made me really shaky.
Lovely, thank you so much. Lovely signature. Okay, so I'll mix these up. I'll ask you to select either one, and you'll do that just by placing your finger on top of either one. So if you could choose one for me. Okay, thank you very much. No, that's terrific. Lovely. Well, you can expect a phone call in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
There's your plate back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll let you know later whether she's picked a trick or a treat. Now, I've always been a big fan of Pop Idol, so I was very excited to learn that Simon Callow had agreed to come on the show. So it's never been here before?
Nope.
Nope. Me neither.
No.
There was a stately home, now used primarily as an art gallery.
Yeah, beautiful.
When we go in, what I've done, I paint portraits, and we've put some of mine up in a room. We'll have a cursory look at them, and then we'll sit down and get into the thing that I'd like to do with you. So,
awesome.
These are they.
How fantastic. I love you, awesome.
Thank you very much. Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Yes, indeed.
You just had a new one out?
My friend?
Of course, yes. And your good self over there.
Oh, very nice.
A younger, more beardy incarnation. Actually, don't look at it too much for now.
Right.
I've got a reason. If you take a seat for me.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the reasons why I like painting these things is because I'm interested in, I suppose, in how much we pick up from people's faces and how much we read, in particular from the eyes.
Yes.
Because there's so much that we read from a person and pick up at an entirely unconscious level, just purely from the eyes. And what I'd like you to do is to look at mine, and I will look at yours, and I'm going to try and transmit something to you, which will be a word. I'm going to ask you to sort of relax a bit and put your hands by your sides. Thank you. So it's a word that I'm thinking of, which I'm going to try and send to you. It is 4 letters long. All right? It's not a rude word. It is 4 letters long. And very important that at the moment we just verify that I haven't, until this point right now, given you any indication what we're going to be doing today at all.
None.
So I haven't asked you to consider any words, nor asked you to or put any words in your head, or anything like that at all.
No.
Great. Okay. It's important these things happen right now as we're talking. Good. So if I asked you what the word is that I'm thinking of, it would be impossible for you to know right now unless you just guessed, all right?
Yeah.
But rather than you thinking it is impossible, what I'd like you to do, Simon, is to sort of just imagine, just sort of almost sort of play the role that you did know, as if it was something easy, as if you had the ability to read my mind. So it becomes an easy thing for you, like a game that we're playing. So if I told you, for example, that I'm sending you the first letter now, that I'm concentrating on the first letter of this 4-letter word, and instead of thinking that sounds impossible, you just go for whatever letter feels right, as if you just know the first letter. So the first letter is, what is that?
Ah.
Ah, very good, exactly. So that's just an easy thing, just comes to your mind without you having to worry about it. So now just start to turn that in your mind into a word. You've got the first letter, and there could be various 4-letter words beginning with R. What's the second letter of that 4-letter word?
A.
No, it's not. Okay, just take a second. Do keep your eyes open, but just reconsider that. So after the second letter of the word, it's not an A. I think you're just perhaps a little quick off the mark. What's the second letter?
O.
O, very good. Excellent. So you've got R and O. Now, there are various options, various four-letter words beginning with R and O, but what is sticking in your mind at the moment? It is nothing to do with the environment we're in, by the way, not that I can think of anything that might be influenced by the environment, not that you'd be aware of at a conscious level. What's the word?
You want to say the word?
Yes.
Road.
Road. R-O-A-D.
Yes.
As in a street, a road,
Exactly.
yes? Not
Yes.
R-O-D-E, R-O-A-D.
No, R-O-A-D.
R-O-A-D. Now, that word, as far as you're concerned, just popped into your mind as I was talking to you?
Yes.
Nothing you'd considered before?
No.
Okay. And are you aware of anything since we've met that might have influenced you? Just come and have another look at the painting with me, but nothing you're aware of that could have influenced you to choose that word?
No.
Felt entirely fair and free?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't give you much of a chance to look at this earlier on, and I had my reasons for it. If you just come in a little bit closer, I don't know if you can see anything at all strange about it. Can you see just in the eye there?
No, I can't without my glasses.
Put your glasses on. Can you read it?
I can.
R-O-A-D.
Road, it says.
R-O-A-D. It is painted in the picture.
That's extraordinary. That's amazing.
And when you saw the picture just as you came in, you weren't consciously aware of... You shouldn't...
my
It's so
glasses on.
faint. No, you didn't even...
Exactly,
So you wouldn't have been
exactly.
able to read it out of context. And that really is something... It's not... You can see it's not stuck on. That is...
That's that.
Oh, fantastic. You've proved a delightful and responsive subject. Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much indeed.
I had a word starting with R. It was actually the word raft. And then it sort of morphed in my mind into a road. He couldn't have got up and done it, for example, since I uttered the word. No, no way at all. It's what it is. It's there, clearly written in my right pupil.
I have Ishani come to meet me so that I can tell her what's in store for her. I know from talking to her that she lacks confidence and is becoming disillusioned with her college work. This will form the basis for her trick or treat.
I'm very up and down with it, between getting really inspired and really defeated.
I need her to forget everything she's learnt so far about her own abilities. I can then start to rebuild her confidence and create a real positive state in which she believes anything is possible. Become something very powerful. Can you play the piano?
Basic.
Okay. Would you be afraid to embarrass yourself usually by giving us a sort of
try.
shot? Go on. Excellent, excellent. Very good. Take a seat. So 1 week from now, you are going to be giving a concert, a piano recital at Wigmore Hall in London. But that is the last time you're going to play the piano between now and then, all right? Forget the piano, forget playing the piano, and just focus on the things that I tell you. I have her listen to the piece of music that she'll have to play, and I'm teaching Ishani using 6 or 7 different levels of unconscious learning. So the music becomes something that you feel inside of your limbs, inside your head, along your arms. We continue to monitor Ishani to ensure she's doing the exercises I set her. 1 week from now, she'll have to play at Wigmore Hall, the famous chamber music venue.
I'm really looking forward to it, but the kind of thinking part of me would really like to know what's going on. There seems to be something missing. After the sessions with Derren, I don't really remember that much. I don't really think about it. I really haven't discussed it with my friends. I suppose they're slightly concerned that I'm spending hours with a crazy mind control guy and I don't remember what's happening.
Ishani has returned for her final session with me. In 3 days' time, she will have to play a piece of music at Wigmore Hall. So each line and each space corresponds to a note on the keyboard, all right? And forgive me if you... I start with a rudimentary introduction as to how the notes on the manuscript paper relate to the keys on a piano. E, I'm going to go F on that. You take a mental photograph of each page. Throughout the session, I continue to use a variety of subliminal techniques to develop her skills. It's just about forgetting everything and forgetting playing the piano and just allowing yourself, just focusing on that area around your finger, storing and archiving. Imagine yourself on stage with the advantages of a slowed down sense of time. So your own internal process is working so much quicker than the outside. You can believe that it's hopeless and that you haven't got a clue how to play a note. You can believe that if you like, or you can make the choice to allow what's lost in the music that you're creating. More of Ishani later. We go to Gallagher's Steakhouse in New York. It was one of the first Prohibition-era speakeasies for the gamblers and stars of Broadway. Tonight, diners have been told that there is a camera crew documenting the abilities of one of the waiters who claims to be psychic. And handsome. Hi there, how are you guys doing? You ready to order?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, don't tell me what you want, I'm going to try and do that for you.
Oh.
All right?
Okay.
So, first of all, I'm going to put you both down, I think, for the same starter. And I think that's going to be the soup. Yeah?
Yeah.
The main course, I think you're going to go for a lighter option. I don't think there's actually vegetarian there, but I'd put you down, I think, for the salmon.
Yes.
I'm going to put you down for the steak. Yeah, of which there's more than one. We'll go for the
Gotta do better than that.
hanger steak.
You got it.
How'd you like that, medium rare?
You got it.
Desserts, again, lighter for you. So cheesecake for you. And so either I can go for the custard or the sorbet. I'm going to go for the custard for you, am I right?
Yes.
Excellent. Good, well, thank you. Well, if you don't mind, I'll take this a little bit further. I think you both see yourselves as highly dynamic and charged people, and people that seem to sort of circle the world in a different orbit from the rest of us, and they tend to make otherworldly connections with each other. So I'd imagine one of the things that brought you together would be the fact that you'd be the same star sign. Is that correct? Yeah? Now, it's bullshit, and I don't believe in that, but Pisces, Aries? Aries, Pisces, one of the two? Yeah? Aries, great, okay. Think of something I really couldn't know. Do you have a pet?
Used to.
Used to? Okay, what type of pet?
A dog.
A dog, okay. Can you remember his name? Or her name? Great, okay, just say the name yourself. In fact, just pick a letter somewhere in the middle of the name. All right, I'll just try it with a letter somewhere in the middle of the name. You just look at me and think it's an L. Is that an L?
Yeah.
Yeah? Great, okay, just say it yourself. This is a dog you used to have. Died a few years ago?
No.
No, you've given him to somebody else. Okay, all right. Riley. Riley? Again? Riley, okay. Excellent. And is James proud of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, your father?
Yeah.
You see, what you've learned from him, you've learned a real, a kind of a dislike of authority, dislike of being told kind of what to do, constantly trying to, you have trouble paying your car speeding fines, speeding tickets.
It was like a parking ticket.
Do you get into trouble for it?
No.
I can see you not paying parking tickets and getting into trouble for that. When you were young, you did something with your sister. You cut or damaged or something your sister. Was it with a razor?
Yes.
Good, you should call your sister more often. Elizabeth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You should call her. She'll visit more often if you talk to her more. Enjoy your meal. I'll go get you food. Thank you.
The thing is, I didn't pay a ticket, and I lost my license. I don't know if you meant that.
It's the morning of the piano recital, and my first session with Ishani was only just over a week ago. She still isn't sure whether she chose a trick or a treat. Can you play the piano?
Basic.
You are going to be giving a concert, a piano recital. But that is the last time you're going to play the piano between now and then.
Do you know what card you picked?
Do I know what card I picked? I think I picked a treat. I think it feels like a treat so far. If I don't completely go with it, then I know there's even less chance that it's going to work. Yeah. No, it will be fine. It has to be.
Hey, hello, decent? Yeah. Okay, we're just going to come down and have a quick look at this. You look amazing.
Thank
you look amazing. How are you feeling at the moment?
Alright, a bit shaky.
Okay, yeah, you seem a bit less confident than...
Yeah, it's kind of deteriorated slightly since I last saw you, I think.
Fine. Let's go down and have a look at the stage. This is a piano. Have a seat. Just get comfy. No playing. So, just so you know, just to give you a starting point, the first notes of the piece are this C here and this C here. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now we need to let the audience in because people are already here. They're sort of mingling around in the foyer.
Okay. it just seems insane. I think either me or Derren, or both of us, are insane.
Ishani is one of 3 pianists performing today, and we've made sure she goes on first in the concert. How are you doing?
Not great.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll just take some time to relax for a bit. A healthy lunchtime audience.
I think I can do it.
Pardon?
I just don't want to do it. Genuinely.
That nervousness, that adrenaline will, it will aid your performance. You'll be fine. Just trust it. Sit down. Start playing. It'll all come. This is a sophisticated lunchtime audience who regularly attend recitals and are used to a very high standard of playing.
Oh, wow. That was amazing.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm really, really shaky.
Come on, let's go and have a drink.
Was that the first time she'd ever played the piano?
Very impressed.
She must have a lot of concentration. She also must be very bright, I would guess.
Simply amazing. I mean, you can't believe that, really. I mean, a bit questions asked about that, I should think.
Oops. You look like you'd played the piano all your life.
Yeah, it was really strange. I was terrified, but I just really got into it, and it was really fun. It was great. Thank you.
Thank you. And it just felt natural and normal when you were doing it, or were you like, what the hell are my fingers doing? Or
no, it felt like I'd played before.
It felt like you'd played a million times before.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. You did play amazingly, and the real reason why you played amazingly tonight is that you have actually played all your life. You've been playing since you were tiny. You've played all your life, and you are a very good pianist. The reason why I did this was because when I first spoke to you about playing the piano, you told me that you were sort of a little jaded by it, that when you were 7, you were able to play, and it was something exciting and powerful. Yeah, take a drink. Something exciting and powerful and positive, and that as you'd grown up, it'd sort of become something you'd kind of lost that excitement and lost that connection with?
I'm very up and down with it, between getting really inspired and really defeated.
All the practice that I've taken you through wasn't really to teach you how to play the piano in a week. It was to do the opposite of that. It was to undo all the teaching that you had and to make you forget how to play the piano. Forget the piano.
Forgetting everything, letting go.
You haven't got a clue how to play a note.
Forgetting playing the piano. It's not about that.
And when you weren't with me, I always made sure you were unaware of what I'd been doing.
After the sessions with Derren, I don't really remember that much. I don't really think about it.
From now on, every time you sit down in front of a piano and start playing, your mind will take you back to this day.
Okay.
And reconnect you with excitement that you had when you were 7 that you'd lost as you were growing up.
Okay.
And that was your real treat.
Okay.
But thank you so much for trusting me and going with it and going out there and doing it, because I know in your head you'd never played before, and that was so brave of you, and you're fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You've got an amazing talent.
Thank you. Since the concert, I've been very, very, very excited, just beaming all the time. The experience has made such a big difference. I had an exam quite recently, and I got the result, and it was much better than I'd expected. It's definitely been seen as a positive thing by my tutors.